Good morning. We are seeing quite a bit, but one thing that we have got to come to a consensus on, or at least you're going to know my stance. Two wrongs have never made a right. It just showed two wrongs. So even if we are finding out, and this is something that we've known this, multiple administrations. We've seen it multiple administrations, wasteful spending. So now we know that they started putting titles to wasteful spending. Oh, they spent the money here, they spent the money here. And we see a divide. We have people that are okay with how this is happening, forgetting that we have a rule of law and structure in place. It is not okay to skirt the structure. But when you start to skirt the structure and bend the rules instead of creating or making sure that you do the change properly, you create an environment. That environment has allowed us to be okay with individuals coming in, not having to meet the standards and qualifications that are there and being given access. Just adjust the rules if you want it to be that way, but keep the structure there. If you go around the rule, it's called breaking the rules, breaking the law. That's why you're hearing the terms, this is illegal. Now, there will be, and there has been, and there is going to continue to be these things brought up in court. But it's not stopping what's happening. We do not have a universal understanding of morals, standards, and values. It's just not universal. So it is imperative that you right now take this moment to teach your kids, hey, while this is being exposed and we are understanding, we have seen this before, but it is a right way to do things. It may not be as fast as what we're seeing when you do it the wrong way. Hey, it takes time to go out and get a job and then get the money in and start paying the bills. You know what? I'll just go rob somebody. That's the mentality that we're seeing in the government today. And let's be clear. The only people that have been affected by this have been regular citizens, regular working citizens. That's it. They're firing ITs. They're firing, just regular people. Hey, you filed the paperwork, you're fired. Don't come back to the job today. Well, that's not, I didn't do that. You're fired just because you work in that building, just because you work at that place. Well, why not fire the legislative person who wrote the bill that made all of this happen? But you don't even know what their names are. They haven't even told us, hey, all this money is going over here. Does it have to be voted on? Did the secretary do that? Absolutely not. But you fired all of the regular citizens. So this is our issue. Regular citizens cannot keep being okay with hurting each other because we're the scapegoats. They're just showing that, hey, we kicked all those people out the building. Those people didn't put that on the books. They just processed what they were told to by whomever requisitioned that legislation in the first place. And we haven't heard those names. But we know that those thousands of people that are protesting out there, they're you and me. They're saying, why should I lose my job for doing what you told me to do? Because we put those 535 members in Congress and we put that president in that seat. We elected those people. Now we know, and I promise you, go through history, please. Just take a minute to Google, is there any year we've never found corruption in our government in relation to wasteful spending? The answer is no. How you go about making change matters. If you go about it in a way that you can always be that asterisk that says, hey, you had to illegally do this in order to get this, then you're just as wrong. That's just the morals. Those are the standards and the values that I have. Integrity's got to, Lord, it's got to mean something. It's got to. And it's not asking y'all to be perfect, but it's asking you to try. It's asking you to try to be perfect, to try to do your best, to have integrity, to do the right thing even when no one is looking. And that's important. You're not gonna be perfect. But geez, can't we just acknowledge that, hey, is there a right way to do this? Yes, there is. Well, can we just get it the right way so that if I'm on this side, they don't have anything to complain about? That they can say that, hey, this is being done in the order or structure in which we established. So that there is not the issues or the questions or the concerns. But instead, we have a divide because, God, I'm so glad I'm non-party affiliated, because Republicans and Democrats have they always have this like battle. Like, if I own more of this, then all of this goes this way. Well, hold on. Hold on. There are 350 million Americans. There's 350 million of us. Why is this two-party system not functioning? Why? It's because of information. It's because your standards, morals, and values are always being in question. They're always being attacked and targeted. They're always being attacked and targeted. You're seeing it every day. Go out there, have a conversation. Go look at something. The cookies when you go to a website. Next thing you know, when you go to a social site, you just see everything that you were already looking for. It's always there. We're being tracked. We're being monitored. You're being tracked and monitored. I had a conversation with my brother about this yesterday. I asked him, do you believe in propaganda? He said, yes. I said, well, how do you know when it's affecting you? Propaganda's out here for influence. How do you start to discern whether or not the influence is working? And who can you influence? That's why I'm running for governor of Florida. I gotta put power in your hands so that when you are influenced, it's about what is affecting you. Seeing two wrongs produce a right still means that two wrongs happened. That's a very simple concept. It is not okay to break the rules to get a good outcome, because you broke the rules to get the good outcome. That's just a testament to where we are as a people, that we find any means necessary to be okay. And as long as you are the victor, as long as you can say that I had victory in this move, you will find a way to justify the wrongdoing. You just gotta try not to. You gotta really try not to. And I know it's difficult. It is. It is very difficult. It's hard to even hear, because you want to see and you want better things for yourself. And when you see that, hey, so you had to break the rules to make this happen, but we really appreciate you doing so. But what you did was wrong. And that is a divide in people. Because sometimes when those people break the rules to expose or do the right thing, and you can't get, it's so difficult to get the right thing out there. That's just how difficult it is, that rules have to be broken. That's a crazy concept. But it's one that we're going to have to decide, and that we are deciding every day what that structure is going to look like. If that's who we're going to be. And I don't know. But I will tell you, I will implore upon you, do not be okay with that. Even if you benefit, do not be okay with it. Always want the structure of doing the right thing. Always want it to be there. Because if you don't have any sounding board, something to knock off of to say that, hey, is this too far? Have we gone too far? If there is no limit to that, then we are going to destroy ourselves. And that's not the goal. That is not the goal, to destroy ourselves. That is not it. It is what some people may want, but that's just not it. So just please, let's look out for each other. Let's try to do the right thing. You guys have a great day.